Zoe, why is it important for you today to support this championship?
It's really important just because I've got a lot of friends and teammates that are lifting this weekend. So while I'm not, I just find it really good fun to come up and show the love, support, and it's also a great competition.
Bring us up to speed with what you're doing at this moment in time and your preparations for what you eventually want to do.
So at the moment, I'm just training, hopefully for the Europeans in April and definitely for the World Championships at the end of the year, and they're over in America. So just wanting to get strong for that. It's a very important year for British weightlifting because we are trying to qualify points for next year's Olympics. So but we have to attend the World Championships to do that and finish in a certain position. So it's just important that we get really strong for then.
What would you say the state of the sport is like at this moment in time?
In Britain, weightlifting is definitely growing. We've seen a huge rise in participation over the last year. I think some of that is due to we've been given more funding for the women's side of the sport. We've obviously had a huge influx from CrossFit athletes, so it's kind of bleeds into weightlifting quite nicely. And after London 2012, I think people were feeling quite inspired. So it's grown massively over the last couple of years.
And following your recent success, do you find yourself being a bit of an icon for the sport now, spearheading this sport?
I wouldn't go as far as to say that. I think there are people that have seen me in the Olympics and things like that in the Commonwealth last year. And they do come up to me and say, "Oh wow, you inspired me." But I think that's just a really small percentage of people. I wouldn't call myself that. But of course, myself and all the girls on the team are trying to really drive it forward. We're trying to break down that stereotype of weightlifting is for men or weightlifting makes you butch and massive. It's not true. There were girls yesterday competing under 48 kilos, tiny little things, and men today that are 105 kilos plus. So it is literally a sport for everyone.
I'm delighted to be joined by the Chief Executive of British Weightlifting, Ashley Metcalf. Ashley, great to speak to you. Just explain what's happened today.
Yeah, we're at the start of our kind of national events calendar. The English Championship kick-started. It's been a really exciting time for weightlifting. Some exceptional lifting yesterday. Jack Oliver smashing British records. And again, it's been followed up today with some really good quality lifting.
Tell us about the state of the sport. Where is it at this moment in time?
We're at the start of a journey, no question. We've a long way to go, but it's a really positive time. On the back of some excellent elite performances, our participation levels are growing. Our APS figures from Sport England are actually up, so we're ahead of our 4-year target with about 108,000 people playing or being involved with Olympic lifting every week, which is really encouraging. Our female participation is up as well, which is great news, as is our lifting in areas such as the South East and North West. So lots of positives with a really good talent identification programme that's just been launched, that's identifying our next Olympians, not just for Rio, but for Tokyo in 2020 and beyond. So it's a really positive time for the sport, and we're really grateful for the support we've got from our kind of partners that are giving us that opportunity, both UK Sport, Sport England, and then the likes of partners like Sports Cover as well.
So